Chicago-based CBOE, Global Markets Incorporated, and its larger crosstown rival, CME Group Incorporated, launched Bitcoin futures last month. Both exchanges claim to have designed their futures contracts to reduce the risk of manipulation. Both said they plan to conduct surveillance to ensure manipulation of the market wasn't a factor. Addressing the concerns of manipulation in those terms, tells us that manipulation is possible, and they know how it could be done. I'll tell you how Bitcoin may have just took an orchestrated hit, for an elite few to benefit, right after my intro. Konnichiwa. I'm Sakura Nakamoto, and you're watching Nakamoto Rised. Cryptocurrency news, and information. Bitcoin futures contracts allow participants to bet on what Bitcoin's price will be in the future. The most popular Bitcoin contract on CBOE expired on January 17. If a participant expected the price of Bitcoin to rise by mid-January, they would have bought the futures contract. This is called going long. If a participant expected the price of Bitcoin to fall by January 17, 2018, they would have sold the contract. This is known as going short. As we know, the price of Bitcoin plummeted exactly when those who shorted CBOE Bitcoin futures contracts needed it to. Those participants won in a huge way. We also know that there's an annual cycle of drops in Bitcoin price around the same time in January, and these are greatly influenced by fear, uncertainty, and doubt, driven by the news media. Last year China bans were the scare, and this year it was South Korea, causing similar fears. Both of these events would be difficult to influence, and probably would require bribing news outlets and government officials. Not impossible, but difficult. Easier would be recognizing the January dip cycle and betting on it. So, what if, with the knowledge of a cycle of January drops in Bitcoin price, some participants in Bitcoin futures shorted Bitcoin, but also wanted to make sure the dip happened? This would involve manipulating the price of Bitcoin when the futures contract expires. This is a well-known cheat tactic in futures trading called banging the close. There are ways to bang the close in favor of going long, and ways to bang the close for shorting Bitcoin. In retrospect, it appears if that dirty trick transpired, it was the latter that succeeded. What if a small number of so-called Bitcoin whales, who hold a large number of the Bitcoins in circulation, shorted Bitcoin futures? What if they realized it was possible for the January dip cycle to repeat, and dumped their stash of Bitcoins just before the futures contracts expired on January 17, causing a worldwide price crash? These whales would have profited immensely from their shorting of Bitcoin while also cashing in their holdings. What if they did the selling on overseas Bitcoin exchanges, instead of at CBOE's partner exchange, or any of the CME's partner exchanges? It would be difficult to determine that such manipulation had happened, or was intentional. Here goes my not professional, do what's best for you, friendly advice. So, what is the average investor to do about market manipulation, and these annual cycles? Perhaps you know the answer already. Simply hold and ride them out. If you can, buy the dips, and when the market roars back to life, you'll benefit from manipulation you had no part in. I'll be watching Bitcoin futures trading very closely, and will do my best to keep you informed. The CME's first Bitcoin contracts will expire January 26. Keep an eye on that date. Thank you for spending time with me. Please poke the like button and be sure you've subscribed. Ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. You can also follow me at Nakamoto Rised on Facebook and Twitter. Until I see you again, I'll keep you in mind, in my electric dreams.